So you'll have to ask the
Yeah, no problem.
ask the question.
Sure.
I'll answer.
So tell me what you do from a volunteer standpoint with the Sarnia Horticulture Society.
Well, basically, I've been on the Hort Society executive for the last 15 years, 10 years as president. And so we organize meetings for the members. We have 140 members. We maintain a park that the society owns on College Street. We also have projects like renewing the garden on the south side of the Sarnia Library. We donate $400 worth of trees to city schools, and we have seminars on, gardening, etc. We have about 8 meetings a year to which members come and the public's invited to learn about horticulture, landscaping, vegetable growing, etc. So that's basically the purpose of the Hort Society is to educate members and the public in things horticulture.
Mm-hmm.
And we also support Sarnia Communities in Bloom. We have several of our executive members on Communities in Bloom. We were one of the founding members. And we have garden tours in the summertime. We have 2 or 3, we have a garden tour a month, and we visit 3 or 4 gardens each month, usually members' gardens or, citizen gardens. That basically, to organize all that is a fair amount of, we have a plant sale. At the plant sale we raise about $3,000, and that money goes to the College Street garden that we own. It goes to like the project at the library. It goes to planting trees at schools, shade trees. It goes to organizing events, etc. Now, to become a member of the Hort Society, the fees are $10 per year for a member, or $17 for a family.
Mm.
And in 2013, the Hort Society won the Lambton County Volunteer Award. So we do a fair amount of volunteer work, but it's not all that visible, other than in flowers and gardens, if you will. But we think it's important that people, maintain gardens and think about flowers that are required not just for people, but for insects, butterflies, etc.
Tell me what you personally get out of volunteering for the organization that you volunteer for. Talk to me about what it means to you personally.
Well, personally, what it means is I have a personal interest in gardening because, I have a large property and I grow a lot of flowers, beautify the property, and I grow most of my vegetables here for the summertime. So it's an opportunity to meet other gardeners, and at the same time, play a role in the education of what proper gardening is all about. So I get a lot of satisfaction out of doing this. The other thing that most people that belong to the Hort Society, and myself, what I find is gardening is one of these things that it's a big hobby, but also it's a kind of activity that once you get involved in, it's not political, it's not religious, it's like friendship, it's gardening, it's getting to know your neighbors, the people in the city, with a common interest in gardening, So it's kind of a joyful occupation. You don't really get involved in what else. There's no need to, And at the same time, people get a lot of personal satisfaction in seeing plants grow and insects and butterflies, birds enjoying themselves. So you can't think of, you know, I can't think of something better to do.
What would you say to somebody who is considering volunteering of their time, not necessarily just, you know, with the Horticultural Society, but just they're thinking about volunteering or becoming inspired to volunteer? What would you say to somebody like that?
Well, besides the Hort Society, I volunteer in my church. I volunteer in different other groups, not just the Hort Society. And the way I feel about it is that it's an opportunity to be involved, and it's an opportunity to involve other people. One of the things that I've discovered is that one of the biggest difficulties experienced in society is loneliness. There's a lot of people that are basically lonely. And if you can, I look at volunteering as a way of drawing people in, whether it's through the Hort Society, getting people involved, whether it's in a choir at the church, or whether it's any other type of activity. People are looking for recognition, a way of getting involved, without and to get recognition. So we have like garden. One of the things we do in the summertime is garden tours, and people get a lot of joy out of that because there's an opportunity for them to show off. So if you look at it from that kind of point of view, it's we have to get people involved, and once people are involved, then life changes. It's an opportunity to get recognized, to be neighborly, etc. So that's I always look for ways of asking people, what do you do? What did you do? Where did you work? How can we? What would you like to grow? Would you like to see my garden? This kind of thing. And that's a vantage point that I've always looked at. I grew up in a family that did a lot of volunteering, and helping out, and so that's, to me, is important. I'm a social guy, so basically.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this.
Yeah.